Hey guys, what is up? I'm going to show you how to do this integration question using U-SUBSTITUTION. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. So the question told us to use this substitution right here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is actually just differentiate the substitution. So du over dx is equal to just 2x. Okay, and let's multiply dx to the other side. Okay, now if you have a look at the question, you can see that 2x and dx is the same 2x dx here, right? So I'm going to replace this question with a du. Okay, so I'm just going to write 1 over du. And on the bottom, we have a big square root. And hopefully you can see that that is just u, right? So this is where we're going to sub it in. Okay, so something that looked really difficult at the beginning, just using U-SUBSTITUTION made the question a lot easier, right? At this step, we're going to need to change the question into index form. And then bring this guy to the numerator. And now we're going to integrate in terms of u. Okay, so add 1 to the power and pop it onto the denominator. Okay, now we can simplify this and say 2 square root u plus c. And the last thing we need to do is we need to make sure to sub the u back in. And that's the answer. Okay, so hopefully that was simple to follow. And I'm just going to do the same thing for a different question. Okay, so let's do the same thing for this guy. So maybe you can probably a better idea for you to give it a go first, and then watch, and then look at the answer, right? But I'm just going to go right ahead and do the same thing. So let's differentiate this. We get negative 3x squared, and then let's multiply dx to the other side. Now in this question, it looks like we can see there's x squared and dx, which is here as well, right? X squared dx. Now the negative 3 at the front of it, let's just move that to the left-hand side and say negative du on 3 equals to x squared dx. Okay, and then let's sub that in. So I'm just going to say 1 over, this is where we're going to put the u again. And let's multiply and sub this guy in as well. Okay, so we've basically subbed everything into u now, and let's clean this up. So I'm going to say negative 1 on 3. And then this becomes a very similar question to the one we had previously. Let's add to the numerator and divide it by the same thing. And make sure you don't forget to substitute the u back in, right? So minus 2 on 3. What was it? 1 minus x cubed. Cool. And that's the answer for this question. And I'm just going to do one more. I'll just show you one last one and I'll wrap it up. Okay, so this one's not really on a fraction, but should be very similar. So over here, let's differentiate this and move dx to the other side. looks like we can see this is the u, right? And we also have this bit bigger. We also have this x and dx with an x dx here, right? So let's divide this by 2 and sub everything in. So let's say square root u and then du on 2. Yep, change it back to index form, and now we can integrate. So 3 on 2, 3 on 2. This is going to be 1 on 3 u cubed plus c. It's also a good practice to change it back into the form that they gave it to us in. So if you have index form, if you have surd form, and you change it to index form to help yourself with the simplification, make sure to change it back to index form, to surd form, sorry. Change it back to the question that change it back to the form that the question gave it to us in. Last thing is substitute back in. Okay, so what was that? X squared plus x squared plus 2, yep, cubed plus c. And that's the answer to that question. Cool, so I'm just going to leave it at that for the U substitution, and we'll move on to a little bit more difficult ones in the next one. Cool, thanks for watching.